Hello, 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 everybody. What is going on? How are y'all doing today? Hi, Gamer Bro. I don't know what your weather is where you are, but honey, I'm telling you, it's hotter than fish grease out here. I got every fan on in this house. So if you hear any background noise, it's my fans. And from time to time, you may hear my dog shake, rattling, and rolling. I don't know what's going to happen, but it is what it is. So I'm trying to wait for a couple more people to come in because I want to talk about this lady, Miss Carolyn Bryant, the infamous Carolyn Bryant, the one that caused Emmett Till's life to be taken away by her telling a lie. And it's crazy how people can sit there and lie. That's why I say you got to be careful when you say certain things. Don't be lying to people because you lie to people, things can happen. And then what? You know what I'm saying? So this little boy life was like cut short because of a lie that she chose to tell. And we really don't know what happened. So I don't get it. Gamer Bro, can you share out this video if you don't mind so that more people can come in? I'd greatly appreciate that. But yeah, so this lady was able to live a full life while somebody else's life was cut short. And I think that is absolutely despicable. So I'm waiting for Miss April Showers to come in so that way she'll be able to join me in StreamYards, okay? And I'm not going to drop the link unless I feel necessary to drop the link. But yeah, this is really sad. This is really unheard of that, somebody could literally do this to somebody, and not feel any remorse about, what they have done. Hey, Netsy, how you doing today? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. I really, truly appreciate it. I get so happy when people come in. I get to see all the wonderful people, beautiful faces, the names. I love a lot of the names that I see that people be having. Um, uh, it's 71 here in California. It's starting to get super hot. You in California, honey? I'm in the IE, and it's hot as hell out here. It's hot. Hi, I don't know how to say your name, Avisa. How you doing? Miss April. Yeah, so I sent you the link, Miss April, so that you could come on up in here. I sent it to your phone. Yeah, so it's crazy with the stuff that's going on. It's really crazy. And I'm just trying to wait until Miss April comes up, and that way we can go ahead and get started. That's my partner in crime, even though we don't do crime. That's my friend. That is my friend right there. Miss April is my friend. I can honestly say she is my friend. Other people, sometimes they shock you and surprise you, but Miss April is the same every day, all day. And so, yeah, the lady on my left, because I'm sitting in front of my screen, that's the one that, you know, told her fairy tale story. And I don't understand how come that did not haunt you throughout the years, knowing that you did this. You know, there were warrants. Actually, there was a warrant put out for her, but her children were very small, and I believe that the warrants came kind of quick. But the sheriff was like, "No, let her raise her kids." Now, I'm not into the race war thing, nor am I trying to cause anybody. Yeah, I got my fans on, Nessie. I got my fans on. It's hot. It is hot. Yes, it is hot out here, and then I'm looking right here at the mountains, and you can still see snow. That's what's so crazy. It's a lot of snow still up there, and I'm just like a half a minute from Big Bear, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm staying home. I'm under the air. I got these fans on. I don't need the AC. I just got the fans pointing in different directions. And have you noticed since it's been raining out here as much, it's been a whole lot of gnats. I mean, they are everywhere. Like, oh my God, you can't even open your door and walk out and walk in because 100 of them will fly through your door before you can close it. I'm telling you, with this with that rain, man, them animals was getting busy, laying eggs and everything else. Yeah, so I'm just waiting, you guys. I'm just talking. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's crazy. And then another person that I really like to watch, Jerry Springer. You know, he left us today. He was dealing with pancreatic cancer. So, and I still, me and Miss April, I still want to talk about Jamie Foxx too, because there are so many stories floating around about what is allegedly wrong with Jamie Foxx, and a YouTuber, I can't remember, I have to go back in my history. A YouTuber did a video, and you know what? They're going to get in trouble for false information. They did a video saying that Jamie Foxx passed away, and they had a lot of clicks and views. And I think that that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. Nightbox, I'm not spamming. I'm sorry. I gotta fix Nightbox. I'm so sorry. Nightbox got a problem. I don't know what it is. I might just take it off because I don't need nobody getting told they're spamming. I don't need nobody getting put in timeout. I don't need nobody to be hassled because of this program. So I apologize. The word, what's up, friend? How you doing, friend? What's good? It's good to see you over here. Thank you so much for coming. So I was saying we're going to be talking about this Carolyn Bryant person. We're going to be talking about Mr. Jerry Springer. Jerry. You know, when they do that, it's time to fight. And then I want to talk a little bit about Jamie Foxx. Like I said, there are too many people spreading false information about Jamie Foxx. And I even saw a girl, she turned her comments off, you guys. And I like gospel music. And so there's a gospel singer named Shirley Caesar. So she even did a full video saying that lady passed away. I'm like, oh my God. And I looked on Google, that lady's still kicking it. Hi, MLW Fishing Man. How you doing? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you so very much. I'm just waiting for Miss April to do what she's doing, and then we will get started. So that's why I'm talking and running my mouth. How's everybody weather? Can you put what your weather is like today? I don't know how to turn that bot off. Hey Buddha, what's up? I don't know how to turn that bot off. I gotta figure it out. I have no clue. I have no idea how to turn that bot off. That's something that you probably gonna have to help me once this stream stops. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for my friend Miss April, my friend, my buddy, my pal. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am so happy. Hold on one second, you guys. Give me one moment. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry about that. I got to take care of something real quick, but thank you everybody for coming in. I totally appreciate you for coming here. Oh my God, I'm so overjoyed. I'm sending Miss April the link, you guys, right now. Hold one second. I thank you for your patience. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a couple of folks today. I like to talk about things. Hold on. Miss April, you know what? Y'all, I wear glasses and my glasses need glasses for real. Your girl can't see. I'm telling you, you could be mugging me and I'll think you're handing me something. I'm petty, I know. I know. Hold on, I'm almost done. Lord, have mercy. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I'm trying to, y'all, I'm telling y'all think I'm kidding. My eyeglasses need some real serious glasses. I'm going through it right now. Y'all pray my strength. Okay, I sent it. So hopefully she'll be coming up. Hi, Cassandra. If you guys get kicked out, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to figure out how to take this daggone bot off. So I don't know how to do it. So if anybody know how to do it, put it in the chat, and I'll go ahead and take it off because I don't want nobody to get kicked out of here. I don't like that. Cassandra A. Joyce, how you doing? How you feeling? How's y'all weather today? It's hot where I'm at. I ain't lying. I got one, two, I got on like 6 fans, y'all. It's hot, like super, super hot. And what's so crazy is I'm super close to the mountain where all that ice is in Big Bear, and it's still super, super hot. That's crazy. So oh, there she goes. There go my friend. Hold on. Howdy.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going fine.
Oh,
Girl,
that
it finally made it to 65. I guess you and Nexus sent me some sunshine from that old state. Well, Florida is called the Sunshine State, but y'all got some hot weather down there in California. Hello to
yes,
everybody in the chat. And please, if you get kicked out, please come back. We got to figure out how to take this bot out of here. Yeah. Hey, Buddha. Let me see. Cassandra and the Word and MLJ. Uh,
mm-hmm.
we thank all of y'all. Uh, this subject that we are talking about is why I don't like liars.
Exactly.
How a lie caused Emmit Till to be killed. A lie.
Yep. Yep. And it's crazy too because, like I was saying earlier, they issued a warrant for her arrest, and
Mm-hmm.
then the sheriff gonna say, "Well, don't bother her. She got little kids." Now, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If that was a black person, they wouldn't have cared if you had kids, chicken, goats, dog, fish. They wouldn't care about none of that. They will come and get you and lock you up. Period. Point blank. And that's what's so unfortunate about this story, that she got to live a full life, and this boy's life got cut short violently. I mean, they violently mutilated this boy, and it was all because of her lie. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know her mind, but at some point I want to know if she was ever haunted by what she said and what she did, because it doesn't seem like it. And then her kids, they wanted to protect her at all costs, but if my mom did something like that, I'd be like, you a monster.
Girl, let me tell you something. I'll never forget. These were stories that was told to us. We used to go to Mississippi every year for the summer. And families that went to Mississippi was really scared. They didn't want, you know, like my grandmother, my great grandmother, people were terrified to go to Mississippi due to this. Somebody can lie, and all of y'all might come up dead. I don't even know why blacks are still in Mississippi. Mississippi is an awful state, an awful state. Look at the water
Right.
situation, everything. But this, I'll never forget those pictures that I saw when I got to be like the age of 12 or 13 of him being in that casket with this big old pumpkin face. I want to say, I think my grandmother, somebody had kept the Jet magazine, so
Mm,
we was always reminded of Emmett Till.
right.
The fact that his mother never got that peace that
Right.
she so deserved.
True.
The fact that they found a warrant that was for what 55, they just found it like something that was 60 something years old.
Right.
They found a warrant
In the
where they
sheriff.
were going to arrest this woman. They found the warrant and they
Yeah.
never did anything to this woman. I don't care if she was on her deathbed. She should have been arrested. They had no problem with picking up Bill Cosby and
Right.
his aide.
Right. That's
Um,
crazy.
the
I put
fact,
I put Nightbot in timeout like for 5 minutes because it was getting on my nerve.
the fact that she was able to live a life. Now we don't know if she was haunted that night, which is still don't matter because she was still able to be a mother and a grandmother.
Yep.
She was still able to be with her family. I don't care if he haunted her every night. She lived, he died. That
Exactly.
mother, that mother, that pain of sending your child to Mississippi and your son comes back like that. Like,
Right.
I couldn't even imagine that. And you couldn't do anything about it.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy in itself. I just
I
don't get it.
remember, I thought,
Hi, Miss Queen.
I used to do talk shows with B Sparrow, and we actually I thought this lady was dead. I did not know she was living.
Me
And
neither.
honey, let me tell you, oh, they hid this woman well.
Yeah.
They hid her well. See, they protect theirs.
Mm-hmm. They really
Um,
do.
I don't give a. I ain't gonna say what I really want to say.
Yeah,
Yes, I am.
this is crazy.
Um, I hope Emmett and his mother. I hope they are at peace now. But like I said, Emmett was robbed. He was robbed of his life.
Right.
His mother, we don't know how this affected her mentally, psychologically, physically. Her entire life was ruined by this woman's lie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's all in the news. It's all in the news. And they didn't arrest that woman?
Right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. She should have been arrested. And I don't care. They should have went right there to that nursing home and put handcuffs on her. I don't care if she was on hospice. I don't care.
And that's
But
cold blooded.
this only happens in the United States of America. They
Yep.
protect their people.
They sure do.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So this article that I pulled up is the Microsoft Start, and it says Carolyn Bryant Donham, the white woman who accused Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy, of wolf whistling at her in 1955, ending with his abduction, torture, and fatal shooting. He has died without facing punishment for her role in the lynching. That's the part that's crazy. She died on Tuesday at the age of 88, citing a coroner. She reportedly had been battling cancer and died in hospice care in Louisiana. So they were moving her all over the place. They found her in one spot. So in the midst of the night, they end up moving her out into another location. She lived in an apartment, a senior citizens apartment, and they were standing out, yelling, give her, arrest her. They quietly moved her. So they quietly moved her around. Her death closes one of the darkest chapters in U.S. history. It doesn't close it. It does not close it because there was still no justice done to her for her crime. Donham was the last surviving person involved in Till's slaughter and represented the last chance for Till's extended family to finally receive justice for his demise. We can't say the murder word, and I already just did. Aha. I be pushing the envelope. So instead, Donham's death has ensured that no punishment was ever doled out for Till's death, which sparked international outrage and proved integral to the civil rights movement, with Rosa Parks saying she thought about Till as she famously refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. I don't understand why all these people, like Miss April said, why are you continuing to live in these places? Like some parts of Arkansas, you know, I don't know how true it is, but they said there's a sign in one of those southern countries, some countries, I call it a country, but southern states that tells you, as a black person, don't let the sun go down on your black behind. I'm not going to say the full actual word, but as I'm saying, why is it that these people are allowed to continue these behaviors? Out here in California, a few years back, they found a black man, and there's a humongous cemetery in Los Angeles County, and they found him lynched in the middle of the cemetery, and they said he did it himself, but there was no way that he could have done it. Then they also found a guy lynched in Lancaster, California, and it's crazy. So I don't understand what's going on, why we're not able to get the justices that we deserve. You know what I'm saying, Miss April?
Girl, things like that, it bothers me because it seems like we're still in a never ending cycle. Um, it's heartbreaking, it's disappointing, and it's like it's never ending.
Hey, Miss Queen, Miss April dropped the link if you want to come up here if you're still in the chat.
Yeah, I had to find that link.
Yeah, drop
Hmm.
it if you want to come up because I'd like to hear
Yeah.
your take on it too. Yeah, that's
And this is it's just so disheartening. Um, but I really pray that they're at peace now, because I can only imagine how this affected them. Like, well, it's and the beat goes on. But
right.
like I say, when they found that warrant, and they did nothing to her, they didn't arrest her. I was 38 hot. Because, people was going to the nursing home where she was at,
Right.
calling for her arrest.
Right.
I was like, I wish I could be one of them people. I would be right there. Put some handcuffs on her.
That
Yeah,
part.
put some handcuffs on her. You don't have no. They don't have no problems arresting our people.
Exactly.
No
Exactly.
problem. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, the word said he can't speak on it without anger. Yeah, that's cold. And I still don't think that Emmett Till and them are at peace because it is because the justice wasn't served for what she has
No,
done.
there was no justice. No justice. And that mom, like I said, being a mother and to see your child come back, no justice, no peace. And they didn't arrest her. I'm still mad about that.
Yeah, and
They
Miss
don't need
Queen.
to talk about any funeral arrangements. They need to have her a private funeral somewhere. Um, you know, F this lady.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely disgusting. That
This is what a lie costs to
yeah,
everybody that wants to glorify liars. She shouldn't have lied in the first place. So
right.
then Emmett Till would have not been killed. You know, we want to, they glorify liars. You know, they want to make excuses for the
Yeah,
other people. But they, you know, nobody makes the liar take accountability. And this right here is another way of glorifying a liar. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Real talk.
yeah. So the word, I need you to come up. I need to hear your opinion. And how come we ain't got no date for you? Interview yet? Oh my
Bless you.
goodness.
Bless you.
Yeah, girl. This got me 38, 9 millimeter hot. Yeah.
Hey, BD, what's up?
Hey, BDBGP, how
I
you doing? Wait a minute, how you feeling? How you living?
met.
Girl, he's got a great voice. He's really got a great talk show host voice. Yep, how
Right.
you feeling? How you living? What up? What up? What do you think about Carolyn Bryant? She's funny. This is the lady that lied, and Emmett Till
What?
got sent home.
Read what the word said. He said it reminds me of the story my grandma told me about her uncle being pulled out of the home and being hung and nothing happened. Jesus help.
Yeah, girl, yeah. Girl, my mother used to tell us stories. You know, they had to send my mother, put her on the bus and send her to Chicago because she cut through uh, a Caucasian man, cut through his property, and she was arrested.
Wow. Miss April, drop that link again because if the word didn't see it, the word or BG, I'm not gonna mess up your name. Shoot, I call you BG. I don't know why I do that.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, BD, come on up. I'm just gonna call him BD. What they said?
There
Wow,
it is. Yeah.
wow, that is
Mhm.
crazy. That is absolutely, man. I'm telling you, I will chop up a name. Oh, there you go. The word.
Yeah.
thank you, and welcome to the chat, bro.
How you doing?
BD, you can come up too. Yeah, that's crazy. Your grandmother's uncle.
Yeah, she I remember she used to always tell me that story because every time we went down south, oh,
Mm-mm.
okay, son, grab it for me. Every time we went down south, she just reminded us not to deal with the white folk, and you know she didn't trust white folk because of the, you know what she been through. You know they snatched her uncle at the house, and she said
You're a
it,
little bit low. You're a little bit low.
so, but they took her uncle out the house, and I'm sorry, my son. They
It's
took her
okay.
they took her uncle out the house and hung him from a tree not too far. Like they can like go out on the front porch and see him hanging from a tree, and they would not let
What?
him down for 2 days.
Wow.
Give me 1 second. Let me switch my earphone.
Okay. Wow. I never heard anything like you be good when you go down south. I never heard that before. That is absolutely insane. Why should you have to? Oh, you're at work. Oh, okay. Okay. Working on the video game, BD. He be playing them video games. He be on them video games. He was playing some game I can't remember. He was like, I can't get in. I don't know how to do. Oh, I figured it out. I was sitting there busting up, and I be watching Gamer Bro too. I be like, ooh, them in these games, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm a sore loser. That's why I don't play because I got mad and broke the console. Yep, I am a sore loser for real. But yeah, this is absolutely insane that this woman got to live a full life. You know, like Miss April Shower said earlier, she said that they went in and snatched Bill Cosby and put him in jail. And he's probably older than her. And here you go, you're not gonna put her in jail. That's the greatest injustice in this whole world. Everybody that was involved, they should be, man, they should be. I don't know. I don't know. And I feel bad because the family, you know, they didn't get no closure, like none whatsoever. Absolutely no closure. Yeah, that was Dreamfall chapters. It was an interactive movie video game. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get it. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, that's horrible.
And, and then uh, that just shows how far of a gap we have in this country with the law system. Um,
Yeah.
because I mean, Bill Cosby was accused. Like this lady admitted, you know, she admitted what she did,
She
and there was no
openly
consequence.
admitted it?
Well,
Yeah,
she didn't. Did she open? I know she told family members when somebody came out. I don't know if she openly admitted, but uh, it was documented that she did. So
they
it was
found an
more than
arrest
one.
warrant. They knew the woman had lied back then. They knew she had lied then. They didn't even serve her with that arrest warrant. That arrest warrant just appeared a couple of years ago.
Wow. Sheesh.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I remember the part where they were saying that when they found the arrest warrant and they had spoken to the sheriff when they first wrote the warrant, they was like, "Oh no, don't mess with her. She got two young kids. Let her raise her kids." You don't do that for nobody else. Let us commit a crime. They don't care nothing about us having kids.
The white woman who got him lynched just died today without accountability. That's what the articles are saying now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be on high alert when they do her funeral. If that was them, I would just cremate her ass and toss her over in the cabinet somewhere and keep it moving. Cause I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, Lord. That was wrong. But yeah, I wouldn't be trying to have no funeral because you know what kind of chaos. There's gonna be all kind of mayhem going on. People trying to do stuff at their funeral,
Hmm.
You
especially
know
the
what?
black folks.
And I hope the Creator take this out my heart, but I hope God do let her in heaven, just so Emmett Till can smack her down the hill and get some type of justice, just so
Oh,
he can
honey.
slap her ass down the hill.
Oh,
Because
she ain't going to heaven. That heifer already probably burning in hell with gasoline draws on.
Well, we don't know, honey. We don't know what kind of peace she done made. So, I mean, uh, um,
Peace. Her peace would have been coming out, telling the truth, and serving the last bit of her time. You know,
trying to make some type of reconcile or some. I mean, it was she showed no remorse.
she sure didn't. And then did you
yeah.
see the video where her son
And
abused?
uh,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that arrest warrant, they issued an arrest warrant in August of 1955 related to his murder that that was never served. So
Right.
it's not, you know, wow. But a girl, okay, let me mute my mic because this just upsets me.
No, you don't have to mute your mic. Say what you gotta say because this is a very touchy, hot subject, and you know it is what it is. This ain't no
Her
mute
death
your mic
is
muter
not justice. Her death is not justice.
at all
Uh, uh,
No
at
type
all.
of justice. This woman was able to live out how 88 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And people, this only happened in 1955.
Right.
That was not that long ago.
Right.
and, and that's what I
Mm-mm.
tell people. Like, there's still people alive who witness people being lynched. You know, there's still people alive who probably lynched people. I mean, people they they forget that history so quick and they think it's so far away and it's not. And it's still happening. You know, it's still
Mhm.
black people being lynched. So I mean, the reality is this: this country has a history, not only stolen identity of people, but the savagery. But then they turn and make people who they victimize the savages. You know, white people, we walk down the street and white people have something to fear, and it's not true. It's like we should be fearing them,
Wow.
and
Mhm.
that's what people don't understand. And honestly, it's subconscious. We do. If you want to be real with it, if we been real, black people fear white people. That's why we attack one another. If a black person go rob somebody, it ain't the rich, wealthy white person. It's the person next door to him who got just as less than he do. You know, you don't see none of these heinous crimes. Uh, People shooting us even on this internet. We don't threaten white people. We threaten one another. But then
Oh, I
you'll have
know.
people from other groups come in groups where it's majority black, and they say and do whatever they want. They get passes. You know, people might get mad and block them, but ultimately, we don't go at no other people like we go at one another.
Right.
That's instilled, and people don't like talking about that. That's post traumatic slave disorder. Us
Oh
attacking one
yeah,
another the way
yeah,
we
we'll
do.
dog our own. I agree.
The
Keep
way
going.
we attack.
Mhm.
I understand the way we attack one another. All this was pre-programmed, and a lot of us got it out our system, but the mass majority don't because we constantly finding reasons and excuses to go at one another instead of coming together and creating our own, just like every other group in this country do. You know, they come over here and they build what they own, create their own little communities. They support one another. When money in their community, it circulate close to 50 to 100 times. A black person get $1, he find the next race to go spend it with. All this is pre-programmed, and a lot of us ain't doing nothing about it.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. That's
And you right. We'll attack our own before we go after them. We'll dog everybody out in our family, but we'll love them people. Ain't that something?
yeah.
And we trying so best for them to like us, and we don't even care about our family if they love us. We not trying to do right by them, but y'all want to impress some other people that don't give a darn about you.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. It's sad, Hi JB, Heart of the Poet. Yeah, y'all. I hope y'all been check. I don't know if y'all know about JB, but go check him out in the morning. He read Bible scriptures and he writes some dynamite poems. So go check him
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I love his channel. And he be up early though for me. But I be struggling, boy. But and then I got on there this morning and I was listening to him and I fell into a sleep. I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna get it." I just told on myself.
Honey, I ain't made it to no early morning shows in a couple of. I don't think this week because I said shoot. I was on YouTube 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Hello, JB's Heart of the Poet. Glad to have you join us.
Yeah, he's really,
Yeah.
really kind gentleman.
BD, BDB. I want to see that Emmett Till movie.
Oh,
I
we
want
can
to
watch it,
watch
Miss
it.
April. We can watch it.
We can watch it, but you know when I see movies like that, I get so angry.
Yeah, it's gonna make you mad. It's definitely gonna make you mad. It make you want to go snatch her up wherever she is and shake the crap out of her.
Hmm.
Like, what the hell was you thinking? That was a kid, woman. You was a grown adult. That was a kid. And it makes me think one thing, that the man that she was with wasn't giving her the attention that she needed. So she needed to find something that will get her the attention that she required from him. And you did it by the way of somebody else's life being taken. So that speaks a lot. I don't think that he was giving her the attention. It could have been some other things he might have been. And I'm not saying I know them because I don't, but it sounded like to me that maybe he was out there messing around with other women and he wasn't giving her the attention that she required. So she's like, I'm going to make him pay attention to me. So she knew that he was a jealous type guy. So what did she do? She picked on this kid. And I'm sure she probably did not think that he was going to do that. But at the same time, because he did it, you should have stood up and you should have said, you know what? I lied, and you should have served your time. Liars are
Hmm.
very dangerous people.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and you know, to that point you just made, my grandmother told me, she told me, leave them, I was dating a white woman when I was younger, and she told me to leave her alone because the only reason she messing with me is to make them white boys jealous. Like
Yep,
that was like the thing back in the day. Like she said the white women will go mess around with a black man just to make the white man jealous. But they get you killed. That's
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 true.
just that's how it was back in the day.
That's true. Because I remember when I was a little girl, I had a god brother, and his name was Buster. He was a junior. And so Buster had a habit of messing with Caucasian women. And my godfather would tell him, "Boy, you better leave them women alone. Those women gonna be the death of you." And he didn't realize by saying that that's what happened. So this he was messing around with this lady. He told me, "I'll be right back." And I was crying. I remember crying like, "Please don't go." And I didn't know why I was crying so hard at the time, but now I know. I was like, please don't go. Please don't go. You're not going to come back. And so he went. And then next thing you know, they had to tell me that Buster was no longer coming back. So what happened was he was messing around with this white lady, and the white lady never told him that she was married. The husband came home and he tried to jump out the window, and the dude shot him in the back. But she ended up going to prison because she lied. But this woman, I don't know why she not in prison. I mean, why she didn't go to prison.
It was the
Yeah.
time. I mean, back then, they killed black people like sport. You know,
Yeah,
that's like my grandmother. I was watching a college football game, and you know how they do the Florida Gators do that chunk, like they
they
do
do
their
what?
hands like the gator mouth,
Oh
Florida
yeah, yeah.
Gator. When she seen that, she had a what is it a reaction to it. I forgot like she had post traumatic stress because she said they used that's when the very first time I heard of gator bait, and they used to do that and antagonize people like we gonna come get your baby tonight because what they'd do is come and steal a black baby and feed it to the gator and then shoot the gator in the head. When the gator come up and get the baby, they hang it from a string by a tree. And when the gator come up and get it, it's like fishing. And they had a clear shot to shoot the gator in the head. And that's what they used to do to antagonize them, to tell them like we gonna come into your house tonight and take your baby. That symbol that the Florida Gators use. When she seen it, it triggered her.
Wow.
Like my grandmother, she been. I mean, she was born in '28, but the COVID was '40s and '50s. It really scarred her.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that is something else.
Mhm.
That's and that's what I'm saying. You're doing stuff that evil. You really don't think that there's going to be repercussions. Like I said, right now, I mean, while she was living, nothing happened to her, but I'm sure she got some. I'm sure she got something to deal with now. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So I'm trying to I
Yeah,
found
it's a shame. They even had a trial for this. Like, nobody was held accountable for his murder. You know, and so much of this went on back in the day where nobody stood accountable for how they treated black people and hung them up and everything. It's, girl,
It,
this is
it
wow.
sad.
was it was like sport. Like I mean, this my grandmother used to tell me stories all the time, and she literally said it was like hunting animals. That's how they treated them.
Wow, that is absolutely horrific. And I believe it. I literally,
And,
literally believe it.
and
Yeah.
this is what I tell people. Like when I tell people don't discount people experiences. You know, because I couldn't imagine living with that fear every day. You know, not knowing that somebody gonna come in my house and guess what? The law ain't gonna help you. They ain't gonna protect you. If you protect yourself, that's when the law comes. You know, even you defending yourself, you liable to go to prison. And that's what they do. Even when people defended themselves, they go to jail. So I mean, the struggles that we went through in this country, people will never understand. And when they say forget about, like, when they talk about reparation, I don't even care about slavery. What about what we went through in the last 50, 60 years? Let's talk about that.
Right.
Yeah, what about me looking at police kill black men on TV? I'm traumatized by that. You know,
Right.
I'm traumatized by the guy in New York that was killed. They put him in the chokehold. George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bryant. Say these people's names.
Right.
I'm traumatized by all of that.
And not only that, since you're speaking on that, the police officer that took the life of Breonna Taylor just recently got hired at another police station not too far from the station that he was working at.
Yeah. All they do, girl, they look out for their people. That's what I'm saying. We got to learn if we don't come together, you know. I pray it happens. I really pray because that's the only way we got to come together and beat these people at their game. We got to come together. We got to come together and bring our people back together because, but see, you got some people, oh, they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. I don't care. Nobody should be killed by the police. Unnecessary force. They have a job to do, and they're supposed to do their job. They're not supposed to kill innocent black people.
And you're
And
absolutely
see,
correct.
and I'm gonna say this, and this might sound extreme, but like I tell people, to come together, you gotta go more in the tribe like mine, and everybody ain't welcome because let's be honest, all people who look like us ain't for us. So to do
Oh,
that, we're gonna have to rename ourselves. We need to take
yeah,
personal identity as a people because we
yeah.
can clearly see that being black means nothing in America.
And check this out. And you're right. Because we can't trust all black people. Because they done sent in all black people to destroy the Black Panthers, everybody. They sent our own people in.
Yep.
So we gonna need some people that's gonna be like, I ain't selling my people out. Do whatever you need to do. Oh, I'm going to jail. I'll go to jail before I sell my black brother or sister out.
Right.
And see, that's what I'm
But
talking about. We need to re-identify ourselves because this identity they gave us, it ain't working. And we can do it. Everybody else do it. We just got to stand
I
together
was
and
in
do
the show earlier and I understood what the guy was saying. A lot of stuff was built by design. But until we can stand up and come together and beat this system, we can beat this system. But
Yep.
we ain't gonna come together. We just not gonna do it. You got people that wanna mock you, they wanna laugh at you for doing something. That everybody pretending that they something that they ain't. You know, all of us is two paychecks away from being homeless. Um, you know, like ain't none of us really made it. Some done made it, but they like us. They the working poor. You know, some done made it,
Yep.
but they don't even go back. They don't go back. I don't blame them. I wouldn't go back, but they can still build some community centers until we start policing our own families again. But you know, you got some people. Yeah, girl, they'll call DCFS on the family. They'll get them folks all in their business. You know, mm-mm, mm-mm. So
it.
we gonna be like this. I mean, I pray. I used to think it would be like this, but uh, cause I'ma tell you the way they did this, let this lady get away with murder. It would have never happened with a black person. They would have hunted a black person down and killed them and got away with it. The courts would have found them innocent, just like they did George Zimmerman. And so we need to become our own special ops unit. I mean, we it's just so much that we need to do. But first we got to come together. And should nothing be able to divide us? I mean, nothing.
And that's
And
why I
that's
say we
true.
need to adopt a tribe-like mentality. This community
Hmm?
thing, we need a tribe-like mentality. Like there's a difference between a tribe and a community. The community thing ain't never worked for us. Because like I said, community is basically the attitude of the people. And when you gotta, if you look at our communities now, everyone out for themselves. But a tribe is for the prosperity of the group. There's no
Hmm.
individuality. We all one beat, one unit. So we need to adopt that. And like I said, everybody ain't welcome. So I mean, you can't have everybody. So trying to get all people, nah, I'm straight. I don't want all people around me. I want the right people around me.
Exactly. Oh, next he says, I'm from Central America and didn't know what discrimination was until I migrated to this country.
Oh my
And my
God.
color don't mean nothing. Oh, wow. That's
Wow.
nice to know. Even black people?
I'm in my town. I didn't know what racism was until I moved to Michigan. My family, I got Native Americans in my family. I got black people, Filipino people. Um, my family
Wow.
mixed. I didn't know what it was until I moved up here. White people in my family, we didn't, my best friend was white. I didn't know what racism was until I moved to Michigan. When I moved to Michigan, I
You
learned
okay,
quick,
Miss
fast, and in a
April?
hurry.
Miss April, you okay? She's coughing. I just heard her coughing.
Did she go on mute?
I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand what she's saying. Like I said, I don't know if I said that on your show, but I had an African friend. He didn't know what it was until he came over here from Kenya on a scholarship to go to school. He was in Kentucky with a white family. I don't know what part of Kentucky, but they loved him. He didn't experience racism until he took a job in Michigan. Like so, through Kenya to college, and until he got to Michigan, he never experienced racism.
Oh wow.
So I mean, that's what I tell people is like I tell people, every white person ain't racist, and every black person ain't your friend, your kin. And that's the sad part because you don't know who your enemy is when you're black.
That's true. That's true. That is so true.
'Cause I'm gonna be honest, I no other race in my lifetime had did anything negative to me but black people. I have not had. When I was younger, I got in a fight with my friend. He was white. But other than that, I never had no bad experiences with white people. I mean, cops, two cops. I never even really had an argument with a white person.
Really?
All my, I'm dead serious. I mean, not to the point where it got like where we got violent. Like I had disagreements, but not to a point where we got violent. You know,
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, I experienced people saying condescending things that could be considered racist. But like just like F you N word or something like that, I've never had nothing like that. Um, and then even that white person that I got into it with, he didn't even like Americans, period. So it wasn't even the fact that I was black; it was the fact that I was American.
Right.
So because he treated the white people the same way. Um, he was a doctor. I worked with at the hospital. He just didn't like Americans. I'm like, that's funny. You in America working and you don't like Americans. But Um, yeah, but I'm not naive to the fact that it don't happen.
Right.
I've seen it happen to other people. Just I guess they wasn't messing with me. They ain't try me like that, but. I seen it. So I know it's there. I heard stories from family members. You know, like I said, my grandmother told me a whole bunch of stories.
Wow,
So
that's something else. Yeah, it's bad that, like y'all was saying, it's bad how every we can sit there and watch all different races of people come together, but when it comes to us, it's like we want to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you get a biscuit above poverty, you think you better than somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Mm, 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 mm.
But
Miss
that's what
April,
I'm
where
saying.
you at?
I forget.
Huh?
I'm here.
Sorry, I forgot to get you that book, that PDF file, the ISIS paper. I was about to say that post-traumatic slave disorder is real.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
I'm here. I'm here. Um, like I say,
She said,
uh,
"Hey,
huh?
beautiful people, been a hot minute since I've been here. I have to say, there was a special place was reserved for her, set in hell long ago."
Who is that?
It's, Inez.
Oh, okay.
Much love. Yep, that's crazy. The word he was like he didn't know nothing about being, about prejudiceness. What you say until you move where again?
He said to Michigan.
Michigan.
Hmm.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's really sad. But I don't know. I don't know. I just hope they don't think that it's okay to go out and do an extravagant funeral, because I really feel like it's going to be a big mess, and a lot of people are. And I'm not celebrating her death. I would never celebrate nobody's demise. But this woman here, nobody likes you. Nobody's happy about you. Nobody's going to celebrate you except for your kids, and your kids are too wrapped up in you to see you did something unspeakable. What else have you lied about? Is this the first black person that you lied on that this happened to, and it happened to be caught? We don't know what else has been done in her lifetime. My family is from the South, and I remember my grandmother talking about it. Oh, okay, 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 yeah, this is, like Miss April said, the word said, Sun Kiss said, when Bill Cosby got convicted of a crime, they didn't care that he was barely able to see and barely able to walk and barely able to function. They locked him up. Why couldn't she suffer from the same fate? What made her so special that she got away, with the crime that she allowed to happen? She could have been spoke up, and she could have been said, you know what, um, I lied. But even the guys admitted that they did it. They still got off. They still got off. They didn't deny that they did it.
Girl, they had a whole trial. They had a whole trial, and because he whistled, it was okay for him to be killed. Girl, please. Yeah.
And
Like I say,
he probably didn't even whistle at her. He probably just spoke to her.
girl,
I don't even think he
like
did
I
that,
say,
honestly.
well,
You don't think he did
Mississippi,
anything, the word?
I think he looked at her. I think, I mean, when they, if I can remember, I read a book. From the book, I think they said he looked her way. Like he didn't whistle, didn't talk. He looked her way. He made eye contact with her. And it was on and popping from there. Similar to that incident in Tulsa, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the reason it went down the way it went down is to make a statement, similar to that the Trayvon Martin incident. That was a statement. It was to show that it was to desensitize and condition and put black people back in their place.
Exactly, Nexie. Exactly. I mean, at some point, that should have haunted the heck out of you. And then her and that husband divorced after he did that. They were basically acting like they were giving each other a high five.
Yeah, but remember, somebody, I think we had did a show because he had his father's ring. And they said something about his father was like an ex-Navy SEAL or something. I
No,
don't know.
he was in the military and he was messing around with a Caucasian woman and they killed him. So he died in the military the same way they lynched him the same way they did Emmett Till. Yep. His dad died because of a white lady and he died because of a white lady. Ain't that something?
Wow. Wow.
Emmett Till daddy was innocent, Emmett Till was innocent.
Yeah.
And they kept that away from the wife for
No,
10
but I
years.
thought they said his father was in like some special Navy something, some special unit that was supposed to have been getting a lot of money or something.
No, he was in the military. I remember it. He was in the military, and they accused him of messing with a white woman, doing something to a white woman, and so they end up lynching him. But the crazy part is they did not tell Emmett Till's mother that he had been gone for 10 years. They never disclosed it until 10 years later. He was overseas.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that mess was crazy.
But like I said, um, you
He
know,
was in Italy. His father passed away in Italy. They killed him in Italy. Yep. And his dad died in 1945. He was in Italy. And it was talking about they said the untold lynching of Emmett Till and father is a story worth telling. And they say gruesome lynching at the hands of two white men under the guise that he flirted with one's wife, while the 14-year-old African American only went to her shop to buy candy is well known. So he just went in to get candy. She lied and said he was flirting with her. They said less is known the fact that his father, who served in the American Army, was also lynched along with another black soldier in Italy. Louis Till was serving overseas in the Transportation Corps of the U.S. Army during World War II. Till and another African American private, Fred McMurray, were found guilty by an army court martial for the R word of two Italian women and terminating one of them during an air raid in 1944. Both men were hanged, but writer John Edgar Widerman isn't sold on the guilt of the both men. So they said that they R word You know what that mean? Two women and took the life of another. And the army did not tell Emmett Till's wife, which was crazy.
Even a soldier don't get the respect. I
Huh?
mean, I say even in the military, you no matter what you do, you don't get the respect.
Yeah, they didn't tell this woman for 10 years that her husband was lynched.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
10 whole years. They kept it from her.
Wow. And he was over in another country,
Serving
Italy.
time. Yeah, and he was 23 years old when he was taken away from here.
The father was 23, and he
Yeah,
was in the service, but
yeah.
stationed in Italy.
Yep. And they said that they are word, if you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
two Italian white women, and they allegedly took the life of another. But people were saying that when they started digging into the story, they found out that it was untrue. That they even messed with them women, and so the army held that information away from their family member, the wife, which was crazy. Like, how do you do that? How do you not tell me that my husband has passed on? How do you not tell me that my husband was lynched? How do you not tell me or give me any of the intricate details which you decided that led up to him and another black man being terminated?
Sorry, I gotta drop down. The kid, I'm about to put the kids to sleep. They're going crazy.
Okay. Hey, when am I getting my fun fact interview with you?
We could run it next week.
Okay, Miss April gonna be contacting you.
Okay. Yeah, we
All right.
definitely running it next week. I appreciate you.
Hi, babies. Okay, go ahead and take
Hey,
care of the precious
babies.
angels.
He has
Okay.
my email.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Hey,
definitely get what
Nexie.
you mean, baby.
Miss,
Nexie, come up and tell
yeah,
us
yeah,
that
drop
part
that link.
that you was living in, how there was no racism. Because it's just, with everything I've seen in the United States of America, girl, it would be like so weird for me to go to another country and not experience racism.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, if y'all want to come up, keep your YouTube open, mute it, and let it and just get on the stream yards. Don't sign out of YouTube, just mute it. Cause when you drop all the way out, I lose you as a viewer. So just mute it and hit the link. I had to block Lord Nightbot. Yeah, this is absolutely unheard of. Absolutely. How could she live a normal life? That's what I want to know. I would be afraid. Even though she made her peace and all that good old stuff, if she did, you know, I don't know. But I still think because she caused this whole situation, I still think she should have went ahead and served her time.
Yeah, even like I said, when they found that arrest warrant, they should have they should have went and arrested her then. I
Yep.
don't care, put a handcuff to her. They ain't cared about nothing they done did to our people in they olden age. Got folks locked up for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. Girl,
Yeah,
oh,
they famous for that. And with this black guy, this Caucasian woman, said that he assaulted her in a sexual manner, and he ended up going to prison. 20 years later, she found the Lord and told the truth. You let that man sit in jail for 20 years and he never touched you, and all of a sudden you got saved and found the Lord and you had to come clean. I said she should go to jail in his place.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that makes me so mad, black people, I forgive them. I forgive. No, heifer, take my place. Take my place. I forgive you, but take my place. You served 20 years like I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
They throw that word around so easy. He did this to me. He did that to me, and ain't never done nothing to nobody. And that's why they got that program for prisoners that are innocent. And that program is finding out a lot of these dudes ain't never did nothing wrong, but they've been in prison 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Like this black guy, they accused him of terminating somebody's life, and he was a kid. And this man was like daggone near 80 something years old. He got out of jail. Come to find out, the prosecutors hid the evidence. I said, then the prosecutor should have served time with him. Nessie, come on up here. Miss April, drop the link. Hit the link button. Yeah, this is absolutely unheard of.
Girl.
And she
I,
got to die in peace in the comforts of wherever. Even though she went away for cancer, she still was free. She still was able to roam,
she
go
was
anywhere
free.
she wanted to. I didn't even know that lady was still alive. I thought that lady passed away.
Girl, I thought she was dead too. I
I
thought
thought she
she
was
was
gone,
dead.
gone. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that lady was still kicking it above the earth. I had no clue. You mean to tell me that that boy's life meant absolutely nothing to y'all? Y'all that damn hateful that y'all would sit up here and let this woman get away with that heinous lie. I bet if it was
Mm-hmm.
a black person that lied, they'd have locked their butt up quicker than they can blink.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
That mess is crazy. That is all the way crazy. I just don't get it. I'll never understand how people can be so hateful.
Yeah.
That I just don't get it.
Girl, some great news.
What?
Facebook done canceled the Red Table Talk Jada Pinkett show.
Good.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I got tired of her embarrassing that dude.
And then um Don Lemon got fired. We the
Did you
black
like
community. We don't care, Don Lemon. Well, uh, Don Lemon got fired from CNN. Uh, you know, he talked so bad about black people and downed us. Uh,
it?
so,
That's what happened when you stick your foot in your mouth and think it tastes good.
so CNN, he was just absolutely stunned, you know, that they would let him go because he was their little yes boy. He he dogged out black people, and hey, so girl, I was like, mm-mm.
Hi, Team Angel. How you doing, baby?
Hey, Team Angel, how are you? And oh yeah, Jerry Springer, he passed,
I
and
know,
I'm gonna hate to
right?
say it. I'd love me some Jerry Springer. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
Hey, wait. when they start saying Jerry, you know it's time to fight.
Uh-huh.
That
Hey,
bell, ding, 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 ding.
yeah.
You
I
know
love
it's
me
time to
some
get it
Jerry
on.
Springer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I love me some
Mm,
Jerry Springer too.
yeah. Was nothing wrong with him. Well,
Shoot, Team Angel, I wish we would get. No, I don't want no more rain because you know what? We
well,
rain
I can.
too much out here. Them little gnats are everywhere out here. When I say everywhere, I had to go clean my zapper and put my zapper up inside my house. And every 5, 10 minutes, I hear something go pop. So that lets me know there are a lot of gnats in this house flying around. You open the door to go out or come in, they come right on in. I'm like, we don't need no more rain. There's another pop sound. I just heard it. Yep, get them all. Get them up out of here. I can't stand bugs. No kind of bug.
Girl,
I
I
think I
never
got
liked nothing,
my husband say
nothing
he got
outdoors.
OCD. Yep.
I didn't like camping. I didn't like none of that type of stuff.
Oh, you couldn't get me to go camping.
Mm-mm.
Look,
No.
we went on a picnic and a bug got on me. I grabbed all my stuff and they like, where you going? I said, I'm leaving. I'm not an outdoors person. And they were like,
Mm-mm.
we'll put up the tent. We'll put up the tent. I said, you put up the tent? I said, that'll be cool. Wait a minute. It was hailing last night. I thought I was in the scene of the Girl, shut up. Shut up.
Oh, honey, you ain't seen no hell. Last week we had hail here. Like, that was like a
Oh,
half an inch. Yes.
man. Team Angel is hilarious. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I met Team Angel over on In Slime We Trust.
Oh, okay.
When I when I got I've been on YouTube, but I never took um doing a channel series. So I had mine since YouTube first came out, but I would never do nothing except for look at videos and movies. And then one day I decided to start uploading some videos, and I end up meeting I don't know how I met Nick. His name is Nick from Line We Trust, but that's where I met Team Angel through, and she's been here ever since. And I got to look through and make her a mod because it's only a few people that. Oh no, Team Angel, I have a zapper. It's one of those big ones because we live in the desert. So there are a lot of flies and stuff, and a lot of what do you call those things? Are they not wasps? What do you call them when they come in your house? Them big old flying ones. Um, Moths, I think they are the ones that be around the light. I think it's the moths. They come there. We got a lot of that stuff out here. We got everything. So I would be outside at night sitting on the porch, and I was like, wait a minute, it's too many of these bugs. So I went and got me the zapper. So I bought it in the house because I don't sit out there no more. Nancy, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, baby girl. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you? Hello, Miss
Good.
April.
Welcome.
Hello,
Hey, how
chat.
you be?
Well,
Hey.
I was getting off of work, so I was kind of
Oh,
busy, and I
okay.
was like, let me get settled, and then I called. I will call you
Okay.
guys. Yes, I'm actually from a small. I'm from El Salvador, so I'm in
Okay.
between Guatemala and Honduras. It's a very small country, but I grew there until I was 17 years old, and then I immigrated to this country. But I didn't know discriminate what that was, what that meant until I came here, because we live, like I said, in a small country, and color means nothing. We don't know what that means until you come here, and then you
Right.
start seeing the when I started school and I started learning about the segregations of African Americans, and how they were treated, and I was so shocked. I was so shocked, because in my country we don't do that. We're we don't even, like I said, color means, we're like colorblind. Color means nothing to us. We are human beings, and we treat each other with respect. And yeah, there is, gang activity, fights, whatever, but it has nothing to do with color. It has to do with the beliefs and different things. But it was just shocking to me to come to a country where even I was discriminated because I'm the minority. That's when I learned that I was minority, and I'm like, I never felt that way before. But
Wow.
it was really, really shocking coming from a small country, that doesn't adhere by the rules and the laws of this huge, huge country. And I've traveled around the world, and I've never seen discrimination like it's in this country.
Yeah, I call them the United Snakes of America.
I heard that.
You know, this whole country was built on the entire lie, you know, just lies on top of lies. And everybody loves the liar. Here we got old lying Carolyn Bryan, who lying caused the man, a 14-year-old boy, to be killed. But, it's not a crime to lie. So, um,
I never I used to, when I was in school, when I was studying history, I used to learn of lynchings and mob killings of African Americans, but I never understood how the police and the court system will allow all this to happen and not prosecute at all. And
Shit, sometimes their butts is a part of it. Hell,
yeah, that's what I've been learning as I've lived in this country, is that they are a part of it all. I mean, not everybody, but back then, not now maybe, but back then they were so blind by color and by the power that they had by being either police officers or a judge or whatever, and they needed no proof. I saw him, he did it, and that was it. And I
right,
was I was in this belief, like, how can you do that? Like, even my country has rules. You cannot just say I saw him and that's it. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, you have to have proof of what this person is accused of so that you can. And we don't, lynch, we don't mob kill, we don't do things like that. We will get penalized for that. It's just so much violence. Like, my country was at war. They were fighting for power for like 12 years, the guerrilla and the government. But it was just because of what the government was doing before, prior to the war. But here it's a war of color,
Right.
which I don't understand. We all come in different colors. So we're still humans. Like, I don't get it. I still, to this day, I just don't get it.
Well, when you come to this country and you may not have those prejudices, when you come to America, it's something about America where they indoctrinate you to become hateful. It's almost like it's a must have. Like, I had taken this class um in college, and it was part of my registered nursing class. And
Hmm.
so it was something cultural. I forgot the name of it. And so this girl, she was from, like, it was different people from different cultures and different countries. And she said that in her country, they watched the news. And I thought they were lying, but my son confirmed it. And they said, we watch the news out there in our country, and America always show black people being very violent, being very evil, being lazy, committing crimes, you name it. This is the picture that they paint, of black American people. So she said when she came to our country, she was afraid of black people. And what changed her heart was some girls of another race was picking on her, and some black girls was like, we're not gonna do that. If you mess with her, you messing with me. And she said she was looking like, wait a minute, I thought that they were the violent ones. And she said, and it totally changed her. And she would tell people in her home where she was from that it's not true. Black people are not the way that America paints it. And even when my son was in the military, he said they do the same thing over there, and then they still display that prejudice behavior when you have a lot of black people.
That is, yeah. You know what? It's funny because when I came here, I my best friend is African American, and we will go places together. I came here in
Wow.
85, and we will go out, to eat or whatever, and the looks we will get,
Yep.
I will be like, why are they looking at us like that? And she will say, I never mind them, or don't mind them. But I didn't understand that our friendship bothered them.
Yeah.
And we're still friends to this day. Like, I've known this girl forever, and we're great, great friends. But even when we used to go to, like, for the weekend to Las Vegas, we will go down, the strip or whatever. We will go down to eat, and people will look at us weirdly. And I was like, why? It's the 90s, is the 2000s. Like, why are people doing this? And
Right.
it's just, I didn't, like I said, I don't see, I'm colorblind. I don't see that. If I like someone and we become friends, that's going to be my friend for life, unless, we have a fallout. But I
Right.
don't see that. And I don't understand why people have to make you feel uncomfortable, because I think that's how people can, like you say, can switch, like from saying, okay, I'm colorblind, to, well, I don't know, maybe they're right about this person, maybe they're right about this race. Maybe
Right.
because people give you those looks, or they kind of like move aside when you're passing through with that person, and it's like, it's weird. It's just weird.
Right. Right. It is weird. It is very weird that they act like you can't be friends. My puppy is losing his mind. Hush. Yes. Girl, he only weighed 4 pounds and he making all that noise.
It
Those are
was.
the most
I
noisy
would
ones.
just really love to go somewhere and not have people, knowing people, not looking at me because of my skin color. Yeah,
Uh,
I just can't even imagine that. But I mean, I believe you. But it's for us, uh, and a lot of artists have moved to like where did where did Tina Turner? She moved to a different country,
yeah, she
and
moved. Yeah, like in like England or something like
and I know some they went and lived in other countries, and so um, it's a shame. We built this country, but here, they didn't go arrest this woman. Nexie, I'm just so upset that there was no justice for this kid's murder.
Oh, no, no, none at all. None at all, Miss April. And that's the reason why I actually, I was like working, and then I saw the picture, and I was like, oh my God, I have to get into this live, because the what she did, she's, I don't know, beyond evil. There's no other name for this woman. And that cancer that she had, and it must have been from feeling guilty, probably, of what she did. And if she didn't, she should have felt very, very guilty. She could have come out at any time and say, you know what, I made a mistake, please forgive me, or something. But she just kept quiet, and her husband too, they kept quiet.
No, her husband admitted it. They admitted that they did it
Oh, no,
back.
no, I'm saying about her lie, that she lied about that. I mean, he admitted it,
Oh
that he
yeah.
killed him, but she didn't admit her lie.
No, that's
Right.
That
what I'm saying. They went on her action. She never told them that she lied about it. They went by what
exactly,
they
exactly.
went by what she said. She lied. So if you're going to defend somebody, you're going to defend them based on that person's word.
Exact. That's what I'm saying. Why just her word? Why not look into it? Maybe say, let me see if this boy exactly did what she said he did, or why just take her word for it and caused his death, and this poor mother to go on throughout her life not getting justice for her son. You know,
Right,
I'm a mother, and I cannot even imagine
right, that
what
part.
this poor woman went through, not only because of uh, the death of her son, but because justice was not done because of the color of her skin.
Right,
How unfair is that? How evil is that? That because I'm black, I don't deserve justice, or because I'm brown, well, we put it on the back burner. We'll deal with you later.
right.
Because you're not completely white, then you don't really get priority in justice. It's just so unfair,
It's
so
very
so
unfair.
unfair.
It's very unfair.
And I don't even my friend, my best friend, I love her dearly, and I always tell her I cannot even imagine. I don't even know how to put myself in your shoes, because I don't even know what you go through, because of the color of your skin. It bothers me, when people look at us, side eye, or when they make like a different face when she walks in, or it bothers me, but I don't even know how much it hurts her,
Oh,
that
it
people
does
do
hurt.
that.
It hurts because it's
Yeah.
what the hell? I didn't do nothing to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I always tell her, and she always tells me like, "Ah, girl, don't pay attention to that. It's okay." But I'm thinking, I don't feel it's okay, and I'm sure she doesn't feel it's okay. But she does it so that I don't feel so uncomfortable with these people, and I want to go there and scream at their faces, and maybe slap a couple of them.
But you know another thing I was saying, and I really feel like this. Every time something happens to a black or brown person, as they call us, we
Hmm.
need to before we sue and take the money. What we need to do is under the grounds. I'm taking this money under the grounds that this person is going to be prosecuted, fired, and never be able to work in this area ever again.
But
We
we
need
don't
to
do that.
start giving stipulations instead of just taking those millions of dollars and running and say, "Oh, we got paid." That's not doing anything for change. Now, I'll be like, "No, I don't want him just to walk away. I want him not to ever be able to work again. I want everything that he owns." Like that black lady that sued the KKK. She
Held
took
accountable for what they do. That's
Yeah, be
exactly.
accountable
Yeah.
because you keep taking the money. They keep doing the same old stuff. Oh, we just gonna pay them and they'll shut up. And we need to stop that.
Yeah, when we're lucky enough, they do pay. But when we're not, they just shut us up, and that's it. Either by threatening, or by going after our entire families, or doing other. It's a never-ending story. But I don't understand um, why discrimination is so prevalent, even to this day and age. To this era. Why still?
They do it to keep everybody separated and to keep a form of control. That's why they do it. And
Hmm.
until people open their eyes and see what's going on, and everybody starts saying, "You know what, I'm not going to hate you because you're this color and that color." You didn't have a choice in what color you wanted to be born. And we
Yeah.
need to stop it. And we're allowing, the government is prejudiced too. The court system is prejudiced too. You see how they treat black and brown people versus
Oh
other
yes.
people. You see it
Oh
every
yes.
day, all day. It's not
Yes.
a surprise. It's not a trick. It's not a gimmick. It's not a game. It's right there, smack in your face.
It is true. It is, but like I said, my father, it's very very dark skin. They call him mulatto because he was, rest in peace now. He passed away last year, but he was very very dark skin.
Okay.
And from as an endearment, they would call him either negrito or hey mulatto. So it wasn't a bad word per se. Maybe here it is, but in my country, they'll call negrito or negrita to our loved ones. We'll call them that way, negrita or negrito, just love words. Or when you want to refer to someone's color, a little bit darker than yours, is mulatito, but it's not offense, offending that person. Like if you're looking for someone, yeah, he's the mulatito one, like dark. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. He lives like 3 houses down or whatever. But we don't have that division that we have here in America. My
Right.
dad, like I said, he was almost he looked almost African American because he was very, very dark. His father was very dark as well, and there was no discrimination, like the you know until, like I said, until here is that I started seeing the color matter. It
Right.
didn't make a difference back home, but here it does.
And you
It's
know what? You got to remember too. You still got a lot of the good old boys that's up
mm,
in office. You
that's
know,
what I was about to say. But you see, now I'm afraid though, because we're getting rid of those. They're croaking, or they're retiring or whatever. We're getting rid of that type of mentality, but then we're getting other things in office.
you know
We're
what? This is what they're doing. They're replacing the racism with trying to get the black and brown to change sexual identities.
there. You go. I was about to go there, and I'm afraid that it's. I don't know if one is worse, better than the other, but the fact that they want us to change our names from women to breeders, feeders,
Girl, I'm
and
not gonna do
cis.
that. I'm not doing that.
I was born a woman. That's what I'm gonna die with, and that's what I'm gonna stay with. I'm a woman. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a mother, and I'm a woman, and that's how I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna change anything, but
I'm not
that's what I'm
no
afraid
damn
of.
chest feeder. I don't have a chest. A man has a damn chest. We have breasts,
Thank you.
and we didn't have to buy them. We grew them naturally.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I'm
that's what I
saying?
don't understand. So I'm afraid that, yeah, we're going from maybe opening our eyes to, no, maybe not as much discrimination as there is for us, black and brown people. But we're going into this other red zone that now they want to take our identities away. They want us to fall into a certain category, and
Okay,
they
look,
want to
check
change.
this out. I don't mean to cut you off. I
No, no,
apologize.
no, go for it.
There's
Go
a
for it.
delay. I apologize.
No,
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 if I feel like I cut you off, I always do that. So this is the thing. If I don't allow you to kill off your race by violence, then I'm gonna allow you to kill off your race by men transitioning into women and women transitioning into men. So, whoever I'm that race, I mean, the group that I'm attracted to, like if I'm a woman and I'm attracted to a woman and I transition into a man, there's no way neither one of us is going to get pregnant.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
there are different. There's
Exactly.
another way that they're coming up with to get rid of the human race.
And that is disturbing because now they're doing it in this they're very, very young children. Kids
But you got
don't
a lot of
know.
people fight. Look, let me explain something. If you go on YouTube after we finish this live, look at all the videos of people that detransition. They're speaking loud about they made a mistake and they wish they never had done it. But they're not showing those people. They're showing the small group. They make the smaller group seem so extremely loud.
Hmm. And it has to do with the media, what we're trying to convey, that it's okay to dress a 4-year old, 5-year old as if it's a girl as a boy because she says I'm a boy now, or a boy says I'm a girl now. We all go through that. We were all children. I used to play soccer with my friends. I would take off my shirt when I was little, like they did, because they were all boys. So I would put it behind, on my pants. My dad would tell me, no, 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 you can't do that. You're a girl. And I'm like, what? They do it, so why can't I? I was like 7 years old at that point. But, my dad didn't start dressing me as a boy because I was playing with those boys and I was playing soccer and anything because, I thought I was a boy too because I play with them. That doesn't mean I was. But people are taking it to the next level. Children don't know yet exactly what they want to be because maturity in the brain is not reached until adulthood, 23,
Right.
24. If at that point you do want to be transition into a man or whatever, then it's your prerogative. But before that, I don't think parents should encourage that. Children
Right.
don't know, which is why they need us, and that's why they're called children, because they need guidance. They don't need that particular kind of guidance yet because they're too young to understand.
Right.
Even in puberty, you get hormones all over the place. One day you can be straight, one day you can be gay, because you're learning to your hormonal balance. It's still not there.
Right.
I've had a lot of friends that probably like five or six that in their teens they were attracted to women, and they thought they were going to be gay, but then years later they're married with kids and have husbands. I'm like, what happened? They're like, I don't know.
It was
It
just a
just
fad.
happened. Yeah,
It
so
was
you have to.
curiosity. Yeah, my baby
Exactly.
sister told me she had a best friend that was a lesbian, and they're really good friends. And she said, I want to see what it's like to kiss a girl. And so her best friend kissed her, and she was like, nah, I don't like that. So she had somebody safe to, see. And she was like, no, I don't like that. I thought I would, but I didn't. So, I mean, kids go through all sorts of phases, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
now what they're doing is they're trying to dummy down the word that they hate the most, called pedophile. They want to call it adults attracted to minors.
Oh
And
my
see,
God, I
one
heard
of the
that.
things that I'm paying attention to is they got videos where you have drag queens that are saying that you have no business dancing for children, but they're not going to play those things. And this is not like hate speech or anything. These
No.
are our rights to speak up and say that we disagree. But it seems like if you disagree, they want to bring a team of people along to try to bully
Yes.
you.
Yes, they,
So
they, they will. And because they want to this change. And I'm sorry that I'm gonna say this, and again, this is not together we break chains opinion. It's mine. um Celebrities are endorsing this a lot,
yeah,
and people follow them. I've never understood the following of a celebrity. Like, how do you? I don't know. Maybe because I'm not like that. I like someone, yeah, I like their music or whatever, but I don't go crazy over them. It's not a big
right,
deal to me. But celebrities are bringing up this whole idea of changing, switching, their child's gender, like a very well-known woman did to her daughter. I'm not going to mention names. Now, I saw that girl recently, and she switched back to being a girl. She's actually
right.
very beautiful. So, don't do that, because now your daughter is all over the news. Since she was little, you're dressing her with suits and shorts and like boy things, haircut like boy. Now she's a beautiful woman, and the confusion she creates on other little kids is the problem.
Yeah, but you
I
know what?
know your daughter's probably all messed up to begin with, but but the confusion she creates, and then parents follow the celebrities and say, oh, then my daughter says she was a boy, so I'm gonna start dressing her as that because so and so did it, and her daughter's happy.
Well,
No.
did you see the video with the girl, the boy? I am Jazz.
Yes. Oh my God, that
So
disturbed
the
me so
mother,
much.
I think that the mother needs to be arrested for child abuse, for the simple fact that child is getting tired of, like they said, he said, I don't feel like myself, and now he's dating a real girl after all that stuff that he went through. And so his mom is like, did you use the dilator to keep the hole open? And he was like, no, I'm tired. He doesn't want to do it anymore. And she's like, if you don't do it, I'll lube it up and I'll do it myself. That's sodomy.
Oh my God.
That's sodomy.
But I saw this coming because that boy was too young for this lady to be pushing, or these parents to be pushing
Yeah.
the changes that they were pushing. They were giving him female hormones at a very young age. And I
Right.
was like, as someone that works with kids, you're like, oh my God, what are these people doing? But there's nothing you can do. If the child says, oh yeah, I want to be a girl, whatever, I want to feel what it is to be a girl. But those feelings, if you're not, because a lot of people that are gay and they don't go through all this confusion.
Right.
They're
But
gay.
think about some of the tactics that these parents use. if you say you're a girl, you'll make mommy very happy. Okay, so I'm a girl then, and you're a little boy. Oh, you make mommy very happy. We don't see the other stuff outside of what they're filming. So we're
Yes.
catching the only the parts where this child decided to say this. We don't know if mom was saying, well, I'm not going to be happy with you until you say you're a girl. We don't know any of that. We're just listening to them push a narrative. We weren't there to see it where this kid outright said, "Well, I just want to do it with no coaching." I can't believe
Exactly.
I would say that.
Exactly. It was always the parents, mostly the mom. It was always the mom. We're going with jazz here. We're going, and the way I was looking at when this show came out, I said, first of all, why would you do that to your child?
Right,
You know, you're just throwing him or her in the limelight. This child's life will never, ever, ever be the same again,
right,
ever.
and
Now, when
I feel
she took
bad.
her to the doctor and she started like saying, she feels she's a woman, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, no, she's only like what, 10, 12 years old? She
Right,
doesn't even know what that word means yet.
right,
A man or a woman, they're not that. They're children.
right,
They're children, a girl, a boy. That's why they're called girls and boys when they're little, because they're not men or women. They're still
right,
little. So when she
right,
was taking them, I was so mad at the doctor for prescribing all these things. And I'm thinking, dude, you're a medical professional. You shouldn't do this. First, send them to therapy. Send this boy or girl, to, before I do this, go for a year or two into therapy to make sure
right.
that this is what you want. And I want your parents to go on their separate way to therapy and yourself to therapy. And then we get back together in a year.
Yeah, but I want to say a disclaimer. This video is not intended to disrespect, harm, cause violence, or to change anybody's idea about what they want to do with their life. We are just having, dialogue. We're having peaceful conversation. So if anybody is offended, you can go ahead and click off. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right. We're sorry if you're offended.
Yes, if you're offended, please click out. These are just our
Right.
opinions. We have
These are
nothing.
our
We're not.
opinions.
Yeah, we're not trying to offend, insult, or like she said, cause harm to anyone. We're just having a conversation. That's all.
yes, that's it. That's all we're doing, and we are indeed allowed to have a conversation. We're not calling you by name. We have not disclosed any of your personal information. So, don't come here, because if you strike the channel or the video, YouTube is definitely gonna look through it, and they're gonna get you for putting in a false claim. So that's my
Exactly.
disclaimer. Whenever I talk about these subjects, it is only our opinion. We're not saying that you're a bad people.
Not at all.
We're just saying that we disagree with, what you're doing, and we have a right to disagree in
It's
love.
public knowledge to begin
Right.
with, so it's not something that we have dug up and I put it out in the front of all people. No, no, this is public knowledge, so it's a public domain. We have the right to speak on it without
Yes.
insulting, without offending, without disrespecting, which is what we're
Yes.
trying to do. We're just trying to give our own opinions. But
Yes.
to me, is going back to this, is you have to seek therapy. Try to see exactly what he or she wants, through therapy, through a person that can actually deal with this particular type of wants and needs. To see exactly what this person needs. A year or two in a life of a child is not a big deal, and the parents as well. Go on your own and see what doing this for this person can do to you and the relationship with this person, right? Because right now I'm sure they're probably going through a lot. And how long has that show been on TV? Like 5 years, 6 years? I
Right.
don't even remember. It's a long time.
Yeah, those that are not sure.
So she went through the surgery. I stopped watching it because I got so upset. I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. I can't. I'm not gonna watch this. Poor baby go through all of this, and I had that. Oh, maybe we'll regret it later. I stopped watching it. I said, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's
So she
really
went
sad.
through the surgery?
He already had the surgery.
Oh my God.
And so the mom was telling him he has to use the dilator to keep the opening, which is the vagina, to keep it open. You have to keep using a dilator in order to keep it from closing. And she said if it closes, she will kill him. That's what she said on TV. She will literally kill him.
Oh my God.
Yes, those were her words, not mine.
That
You
is
can look it
terrible.
up and say, let's look at it and say, what Jazz um, doesn't want to continue, and yeah, the mom threatened his life.
But that's his choice or her choice,
Well,
not
she's
mom's.
getting clout off. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to TV shows and all this endorsement, like with Gabrielle Union, Billy Porter, the one that's he's a gay male, and he was on this show I used to call Pose. I like looking at it because I like their costumes. And so
Uh-huh.
he was on Pose. Instead of Gabrielle Union taking that little boy to a therapist, she took him to the set of the movie Pose. So Billy Porter is like, first of all, why you bringing him over here to me? I'm not a therapist. So that's
Hmm.
like a red flag to him right there. Like, you doing this for clout. I mean, he not gonna say it because
Of course not.
he don't want to get in trouble. But why would you bring that child to a cast of gay males? You don't need a bunch of gay males talking to a child. You need to take that child to a child psychologist.
Yes.
So that was a red flag for the people from Pose. Like, why would she bring them to
I'm
me?
glad they said something.
Yeah, I'm a whole grown adult. I don't know. I don't need to be talking to no child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be
Exactly.
saying that I assaulted that child. I'm not trying to have that.
Exactly. It was the
So,
wrong place to take them.
yeah, um but I guarantee you if her daughter was to tell her mom that she wants to transition when she got older, I bet you anything she will probably cuss that child out. You'll do it to somebody else's child, but you wouldn't let yours transition. And I really believe that. And I could be wrong, but that's what I believe.
It was wrong for her to do that. I didn't even know she did that, but that was wrong. Therapy will be the best for this
Yeah.
child.
No adult has no right talking to a child about their sexuality.
No, 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 no. You don't put your 2 cents into somebody else's business. You can't do that
Yeah,
because
that
you might confuse that child even more
not
than
only
he or
that,
she already is.
you're putting that man in harm's way because if that child was to say, "Oh, they left him alone with me," and down the line, this man fighting for his innocence.
Exactly. There you go. That's exactly it. And I'm glad that he said, "Hey, hey, hey, not here.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
were
you
like,
don't
"What
bring
you
him here."
bring him here for? We ain't got nothing to do with that. Take him to a psychiatrist."
And it's true. And it's true. That was the best uh, place to start. Psychologist. He's the only one that can guide you in the right direction. Nobody else can.
Right, right.
Wow, I
All
didn't
we
know
can do
that.
as parents and adults is pray for the children. We don't have to touch each and every one, but just pray for them, and hopefully, everybody will open their eyes and see. As a mother, and you have a son, and you want grandchildren. How can you have grandchildren if you allow your child to transition? You won't be able to have any.
Yeah, that's one of it. But another thing is, you have to, even though you want to support them in everything they do in life, there's certain things that are beyond what you can do for them. You
Right,
have to seek help because as parents, I know that we want to be able to deal with everything that our children go through and help them with everything without getting help from anyone else, but sometimes you just need that help.
right.
because you don't know everything as a parent. You know,
No, we
you're not
don't.
born. They don't come with the manual on how to
We
be a
sure
parent.
don't. We make mistakes every day. Even
Oh yes,
without
we
being
do.
a parent, we make mistakes in our own lives. So that means we are human. We are fallible. We are going to fail. We're not perfect.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
I just pray for all the children that are in a confusing stage, and I hope that, the parents will, try to help them and comfort them in the best way that they know how. But I wouldn't be like getting mad and coming down. I'm just saying some things you got to think through.
You sure do. You sure do. Especially when, like, with the like you said, the transitions and the confusion that the child already is in, and if you're gonna add to that, then just seek help. Try to find someone that can help both of you. You know, your child and yourself,
Right.
to see, to go through it without, any problems,
Yeah.
because
And I don't
a
condone
transition is
parents.
huge.
If your kid come to you and tell you that they feel a certain way, don't beat them up. Go to counseling and therapy with them. Talk to them. Don't say you're a devil, you got a demon. Something could have happened. You don't know. Somebody could have done something to them or brainwashed them, and that's where you become a listening ear. Make it where your kids can come talk to you about anything. Don't be so shut up. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear that. Then you'll never know.
Exactly. And it's something that we grew up. I don't know if you did, but I grew up in, and my dad raised six of us. My mom left when I was little, so I was raised by my dad. But my dad had the ability to talk to us. You know, we were always able to come to him with whatever we needed, or whatever we had, in mind. And if he didn't have the answer, he'll try to find it for us, and he'll say, "Oh, well, I'll
Beautiful.
talk to you later." But
Beautiful.
I had kids come to me that say they cannot talk to either one of the parents.
Right.
That there's no communication, because either one doesn't want to deal with it, the other one gets upset, the other one doesn't know and just doesn't want to hear it, you know, or you're not like that, whatever. So the sad thing is that some kids don't have, the ability to do that. So we have to pray for those kids, and pray for the parents to for God to open up their hearts, their ears, and their minds, to be able to deal with this, with the children in the way that they need it. Because if not, then we're sending out in society, kids that are broken, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
kids that are hurt, kids that, are not complete because of our wrongdoings. Because as
Right.
parents, we're the ones who are supposed to know what to do for them.
Right.
If they cannot come to us, then who can they go to?
Right.
That's always
Exactly.
been my thing. It's like, if my daughter cannot come to me with anything that she needs, then who is she going to go to? My kids can come to me for whatever. I try not to be shocked by the demands or whatever, or the things they have to tell me. I try to act all cool, even though later I grab the pillow and scream on it. But in the beginning, I just tried to, like my daughter, as she got older, one of my daughters, after high school, she started going to college and everything. And then, she's like, "Oh, I want to go to the doctor, and I want to go get a checkup." And I said, "Yeah, that's cool." And she's like, "Do you have, like a female doctor I can go to?" I said, "Yes, I have a friend." And she's like, "Yeah, I want to ask about birth control and all of that." And my heart just sank. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to throw up."
Right.
But she
Right.
was able to come to me, and I acted like, "Oh, that's cool." She was in her 20s, so I'm thinking, good, she has the, she trusts me enough to say, I want to talk to her about, birth control.
Right.
And that's a good thing, because I'm thinking, okay, she's protecting herself, she has the ability to talk to me about this. So I'm acting all cool, even though my legs got really, really shaky.
Right.
And my stomach hurt, and I was like, "Oh my God," hyperventilating inside. But
Right.
with her, I acted all cool, and I made the appointment. She went, and she, whatever they did, I never found out, because it's a patient doctor confidentiality. But my daughter was very happy. And as she got older, more things came out that she was able to talk to me about, and I was okay with, which was kind of weird,
Right.
about boys or her life or different medical things that she was going through. And now she's a 33-year-old girl. She's
Mhm.
married, and I'm about to be a grandma.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah,
Grandma.
thank you. My first grandchild, my first
Oh,
one.
how
I'm so
wonderful.
excited. But yeah, it takes a
Wonderful.
lot to get to that point with your child, where you have
Yeah.
to, even if they say, well, I like this certain type of boy. Oh, my daughter, I'm not going to say her name, but my daughter was dating an African American boy, and they were making such a big deal. Family members, from my husband's side, and other people, because she was dating this boy. And I'm like, what is the big deal? Like, I never got it. They parted ways, after like 2 years, whatever. But people were making it such a big deal because they were dating. And I never got that. I never got that. But what was the big deal?
Right. So, what do you think, Miss April, when it comes to interracial dating? I really don't care as long as the person
I,
treats you good.
girl, I'm to the point, you know, hey, whatever makes people happy.
That's exactly
Uh,
what I say.
my son, he's that's all he's ever dated. And so long as he happy, I'm happy. The only thing I have a problem with is, you know, you have to integrate both races, and
Right.
Yes.
that can become a problem because for our family, like we got together all the time and did the barbecues and cookouts, and I don't know that one girl that my son was dating whether they did that all the time. She was always like, "You guys are always doing something." Yeah, that's what we do.
Right.
But then they marry the ones from the other countries and stuff. When you decide to marry an American person, we're not living in that country. You're over here in America now, so adapt to their ways. That's the only thing I don't like because it'll bring problems.
Right.
Yes, that's
So
true.
a lot of people don't want to do that. You want it, and you say uh, it doesn't matter. But then when it comes to things of uh, what y'all do in y'all country that we don't do over here, ain't nobody trying to hear that. You
Right.
need to
Yes,
marry.
that becomes a problem because
Right,
culture shock.
right,
I do it this way, you do it the other way.
right.
The family gets upset because you're trying to input your own things, and then your family gets
But
upset
but
because they're
you
trying
can
to.
do it, but it's just in certain things, like be equal about it. But like I say, honey, I'm to the point now. Whatever floats anybody's boat, because happiness.
Well, my
Happiness. If you're happy, I'm happy for you.
my daughter said, "Mom, we're both considered minorities here, so we're cool."
Oh,
So,
that.
what race is your daughter saying?
Well, she was dating an African American boy, but that was like, God, I think she was like 24. They dated
Oh,
for like
okay.
2 years, and
Mm-hmm.
we're Hispanic. He's African American, and she goes, "We're both minorities, so who cares?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool," and it's true. We both are, and we pretty much have the same ways. We're always surrounded by a lot of family. We're always barbecuing. We're always doing things like that. So, and she was born here, so it's not, you know, coming
Yeah.
from another country. They were both born here, so yeah, he was always here. with us, barbecuing in the pool, playing around, and whatever we,
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. But other people, like, when they went places, that was the looks and this and that, and you don't realize that people are looking at you until they are so obvious, you know, because
yeah.
you're with somebody else that is not your race. I don't know. I like I said, I've never, I don't get it. I just don't.
It's just the
Well,
America, the way America is. You know, a lot of times people come from different countries and they don't come with those prejudices from certain countries. And then as soon as they get into America, all of a sudden they're adapting to that mess. And you're like, wait a minute, how'd you change on me overnight like that?
Yes, I've had friends like that from,
yeah.
like I said, I'm from El Salvador, and I had friends with that attitude back home, and I'm like, when we go visit, and I'm like, what? That since when? Like,
Come on.
we
Right.
don't do that here. Like, since when are you so, prejudicial about somebody else's race? Like, what the heck happened to you? But people, like you said, they get influenced, and especially if you have a weak mind, you will get influenced very easily.
Yeah.
I always tell people, I go and I dance to the beat of my own drum. I don't follow
Me
anybody
too.
else's
I
drums.
dance to my own beat. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't follow anybody else's, fashion or culture, anything. I go
Yeah.
to the beat of my own drum. I am me,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. If people like me, I try to be kind and polite and everything to people. They might like me, they may not, you know.
Right.
But oh, I want to tell you something really quick before we go. I used to work, and I think I told Atmos this. I used to work in a dental office, and back in my, I think in my 20s, and
Mm-hmm.
one day I said to this certain lady, color, like, not minority lady, when before I hung up, I said, okay, then, thank you for calling. Your appointment is so and so. I said, God bless you. And she said, okay, and she hanged up. So the next day, I get a call. My doctor calls me, into her office, and she's like, Nexie, I need you to stop. And I'm like, stop? What do you mean stop? Did I do something wrong? And she said, Miss So and so called me saying that you disrespected her on the phone yesterday. And I said, I disrespected her. I said, no, I gave her appointment. I even went through hell and back to try to get her in as soon as possible, blah, blah. She's like, no. She said that you said something about God at the end of the conversation, and that she felt very insulted, very offended because
Oh,
she's an
wow.
atheist. She's an atheist, and you had no right to tell her, God bless her, because
Oh,
it's something
wow.
that she doesn't believe in. Yeah, I was so shocked. And I was like, I am so sorry. I said, I will never do that again. I didn't mean that, because I always say that to people, God bless you, take care, and I don't mean it to offend anyone. So, yeah. So I got called into the office, and she said, don't ever do that again, because if not, I'm going to have to let you go. She's already very upset, so next time she comes in, let somebody else help her. I was like, oh my God. She made it a huge deal.
Yeah, they'll
And
do
just for a God bless you. Like, how insulting
My
is that?
goodness.
Yes.
And when I was at that women's conference, when we were in Springfield, Illinois, and a lot of people that waited on us told us that's the problem now. They done took God out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes. And this was back in the 90s, that I didn't consider it to be like offense. Like I said, it's just something that I say all the time. When my dad would say bye to us, he would say, okay, bye bye, honey. God bless you. Take care. Be careful. Whatever. And this time I just, I said it to a lot of patients. I just didn't, it came out on her, but I didn't think it was going to be so offensive to her. But
it.
because she was an atheist, and it's not something that I should be saying, because she said that we were supposed to separate religion from uh, work and government institutions, blah 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 blah. She gave my doctor a whole bunch of things. So from then on, every time she came, oh, I knew she was coming. My doctor would remove me and have somebody else help her, per her request.
That's very childish.
I
Right,
know.
right.
Very entitled, if you ask me. Very entitled because I didn't insult her. I didn't say, have a F day, you FMB. I said, God bless you.
I probably would have said that.
I wanted to
Biscuit.
afterwards. But yeah, so she requested that I don't, that I don't deal with her. She wanted somebody else to help her when she came. And so whenever I saw her, I will like walk away, go to the kitchen area, and whatever, take my break and wait until she was gone so that I could come out because she was so offended by me.
Man, she probably wished she
That's
had that
entitlement, huh?
intuition today.
That's entitlement. That was like, wow, this lady is really entitled, and only in this country. Because if this was my country, B, well, I would have mopped the floor with you. I'm just kidding.
Wow, wow.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, and like you mean to tell me you was that worried? Like mental illness is real.
Yes,
No, seriously, mental illness is real.
it is real. Yes, it
It's
is.
real. A lot of people are some sick. We got some sick people out here. So I guess that floated her boat to do that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She was from a big corporation. She was one of our patients that the doctor had a contract with, and she was an engineer, I think, or something like that. Like, and she just, I'm telling you, and she was very nice to me in the beginning until that day. But I was so shocked to be called disrespectful for saying God bless you. And I was like, how is God disrespectful? How is putting his name in front of you disrespectful?
Right.
No.
Right?
Girl,
And
these demons today.
we go back to the same thing we're going through right now. Is this all this racism, all this different things that they're trying to abolish all these good things and bringing out the worst in people. I remember when there was prayer in school. There's no more prayer in school. You
Of
know,
course. That's why these kids are so out of touch. They so mad, so angry.
there is nothing there. There's no. They don't even go to church anymore. I see that a lot of the young generation doesn't want to go to church anymore, and the parents are okay with it. My dad will say, "You don't want to really? Then you're not gonna eat today, I guess."
Girl,
Oh, for the whole week you're gonna be until you go to church next Sunday. Then you can have a meal. But my dad
right.
will never allow us to say I don't want to go to church. He said, I
Right.
didn't ask you. You're going to church. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Although we always like going to church, but sometimes there was like something on TV that we didn't want to miss. And my dad will say, yeah, you're funny. No, let's go.
Right.
And
Hmm.
that was it. We didn't question, and we might have been upset, but we didn't question like the why. But now that we're older, we thank our dad for being so firm, on the church and let's
Hmm.
go, let's go, let's go, because that taught us so much about life and about loving others, and it's a beautiful thing to do. But nowadays, the kids are not going.
Oh, girl, I don't even know. I, I don't even know anymore. I just don't. I don't know. But I'ma just still keep on showing love to people.
Yep. That's all
You
you
That's
can
all
do.
I can do
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
because I can't sit around and worry, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and all of that. And I'ma just keep being me
Yeah,
and just
that
trying to do the right thing. That's all I can do
that's true. That's
because
exactly all that we can do.
because at this point in my life, the way these kids are now, you be to stress yourself and be in your grave earlier, worrying about them. just the whole world. I mean,
Yes.
the people in the world. The world is fine. It's the people in the world.
There you
So
go.
I'm still keep shining my little bright light. That's all I'm gonna keep doing.
That's it. That's all
Yeah.
we can do. Just continue to
Yep.
be ourselves and not change for anybody. You know, if people
Next,
don't like us the way we are, then they can walk away. But we have to
next thing you
continue.
gonna have to, we gonna have to do a fun facts interview with you.
Oh, Miss April, I was gonna ask you, how's your arthritis?
Oh, it's okay.
Right? Because it's
Uh,
coming. It's getting warmer now, so you probably
Yeah,
feel a lot better.
it's better now.
Yeah.
So when can we set you up for a fun facts about you? Cause you gonna have to be our little complimentary host, bringing your input in.
Sure. I'll look into my schedule and I'll let you know. I'll get back
Okay,
to you if that's
let
okay.
me know.
Okay.
Okay, all right. This
Well,
was
take
a great show.
it was.
Uh, I am so glad
cook the chicken
to
tomorrow.
know that there is other countries that just look at people. They don't look at color. I am so glad somebody told me that because I could have. I just can't even imagine that. So thanks, Nexie, for
You're
bringing me
welcome, Miss.
up to speed
No,
with
thank
that.
you guys for having me.
Yeah. Um, Emmett Till and his mother, all of his loved ones, his cousins that was with him, that witnessed this. Um, I'm gonna pray that you guys can find some type of comfort and peace. I
Right.
know no justice was ever bought for his murder, but I pray even the living relatives today, I hope they can have peace today because I'm going to tell you, Lord knows I don't know how, as a mother, I could have lived with my child coming back with the pumpkin face and then just the family, no justice. Living in that time, like, I just hope they can get some type of peace. I hope
Right.
I can get some type of peace because I'm going to tell you, it was so many times when they went to that nursing home. I was like, man, I would love to go snatch her out of that nursing home and put some handcuffs on this lady. I hope people will learn that lying, lying gets you nowhere. Look what this woman lie cost a person. Lying is not a crime. You know, I'm so often reminded of that. Lying isn't a crime. Well, if this woman wouldn't have lied, then Emmett Till would be alive.
True.
True that.
Very true. Very
But
true.
but it is a crime because her lies killed a man.
Well, yeah, but like I said, even in the, that other person case, people lied about their age. They shouldn't have lied in the first place. The point I'm making is lies. People,
It's
stop lying. Stop lying. It's not good.
No, it's
It's
not.
not good. It's not good.
there should be a limit of the things like that you can lie about. You know, there should be like a zap that God should send whenever we lie, so we can stop. Because yes, a lot of people have lied, and cause a lot of harm to others. Um, but this lady, the woman that just died, she got divine justice, and I think that I'm okay with that. As far as what happened to her towards the end, I'm not saying I'm happy she she dead, whatever, but I wish it would have been justice by people of her own peers. But divine justice, I think, is the one that I worry the most about.
No, I'm having a problem. I'm still having a problem when they found that search warrant, Nancy. They found the search warrant, girl, from
Wow.
1955. They found the warrant. What was it, last year, 2 years ago? They
Right.
should have
Wow.
went and arrested her then, put
So
handcuffs. In the state of Mississippi, black people, get the heck out of the state of Mississippi. They not trying to help y'all. They got rich people stealing from the poor with the welfare system. The water is awful. Get out of Mississippi. Get out of Mississippi. And I got family still in Mississippi. And they
oh wow.
probably like, my cousin crazy. I ain't never getting ready to leave Mississippi. But Mississippi is, I mean, what has it done to help the people?
Nothing really.
No.
Wh-
So I
What,
know
what did
the town my parents are from. It's called Chula, Mississippi. And honey, I be like, Lord, they need to take some gasoline, pour over the entire town, burn it down, and rebuild it. It's so old. It's just so old. Mississippi has not made any advancements.
Right.
it's because of what you just said. The people that are in power, they don't care about the poor.
They don't care. Honey, they letting rich people steal from the poor. Look
Exactly.
at Brett Fire and that scheme with the
That's true.
welfare. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, now
It's true.
if that would have been a black person, they would have been in jail.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Oh
Real
yeah.
talk.
Real talk. If it was a Hispanic, black, any other race,
people of color.
sure to
Yeah.
jail. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. It would have been done with. That's it. We caught
Mhm.
him, and it's gonna go for 20 years or whatever. No questions asked. No outrage. No nothing.
Mhm.
Done and over with. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's sad to say things like that, because it does sadden me that we still live in this age with the same things, with the same problems, with the same discriminations, with the same everything. But that's just the way it is. It's nothing we can do.
so I want to do another show. And I want to get this guy, Mr. Lowry, on. I was in his show tonight. I'm gonna send y'all that show. But thank y'all for this, and
Thank you, Miss April.
I'm gonna ask the good Lord to let all of us in America to be able to say this woman is gone and not be so mad uh, that there was no justice. Cause I'm really upset.
Yeah.
we should be
You
we
know,
should be upset.
we should be upset.
I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
not easy to let go of something like that, Miss April. And it's
yeah,
not, it's not that we want to keep on harping in the same thing, but it's not easy to go through an entire lifetime. You guys have gone through all of this. Like I said, I cannot even
yeah.
imagine, and I tell my
You
friend
know,
that.
right. It was a slap in the face when they found that arrest warrant
Where did they find
in
it at, Miss April?
the old courthouse. They were moving photos. They found
Oh,
it.
so they
Yeah,
had
so
it
they did. It was an arrest warrant for this woman in 1955.
and they hid it.
Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. That's why I say they, um, the state of Mississippi. I hope Emmett Till's family sue them or whatever, but they decided not to go after her. They could have went and handcuffed this woman at that time. So I'm having some issues with that. I had issues when they found the arrest warrant. They found it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Mississippi decided not to do anything about it.
Yep. Yep.
So like if they found a search warrant from 1955,
Yep. They should
like
have, because there was
that
no
was a
statute of
sign.
limitation.
You should have did something about that.
Yeah.
It just let you know that we still live in this racist United States of America, and Mississippi still don't care about black people.
Right. And they don't like hearing us say that because they're like, "Oh, you just spreading false. How false is it?"
It's all on the internet. You can Google it. They found the original.
No, no, no. I
Oh,
saw that. I
oh,
saw that. I'm saying
yeah.
they always want to holler. Like there's a guy that I watch, and he really made me angry because he's always talking about there's no racism in America. And he's a black dude.
Oh
I'm
my
like, nigga, where
goodness.
you been?
I don't know where these people have been, uh, but there is. And this is why America is in the shape that they are in now, because they don't want to tackle the ugly truth that we built this country and they've done nothing to us but dog us out. And with that, I'm done.
Yep. All right. So you
Okay,
guys,
y'all.
I'm about to close
Everybody, please subscribe to Together We Break the Chain, her channel. We thank everybody for coming. We have us an honorary co-host by the name of Nexie now that'll be joining us because we can get her input. We are just women on the rise, just talking about issues. They are our opinions, not the views of Together We Break the Chain. We are we are women. We don't agree on everything, but we're sure not mad and cursing each other out. We
that's
respect each other.
that's right.
Thank you
True.
all for joining us.
And
And
next,
Thank you, Miss April.
you better be up
okay.
on this panel because now you're a part of this threesome. Not like that. Not like that. That sounds kind
Right.
of gross.
Hey, where's your mind at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you guys,
Because
we
at
gotta.
the end of the day, we're all women. We women. We
Mhm.
all go through, you know, hey, having kids with mothers, grandmothers. We've been in great relationships, bad relationships.
Oh,
We've
amen to
been,
that.
we got so much more in common. Like, we can have a sisterhood. That's
Yes, we
what I would
can.
like for us to do now, to do a sisterhood show
We should.
together. So
Yeah.
yeah, set that up so we can do a sisterhood. Cause
And
at
I,
the end of the day, Nexie is my sister. You
yes, I
my
am.
uh you my sister. I love you and I'm thankful to have y'all in my life.
You're
So
Thank
do
welcome.
you.
we.
Okay,
Okay.
you guys. You
All right,
know,
it was a
Nancy.
nice live, people,
Yeah.
and
Nancy,
I'll
you
let
want to
you
Okay.
say
know.
anything before we close out?
Just if I don't get in trouble, God bless everybody, and
Girl, please.
just
God
keep on
bless y'all.
praying. Just keep
Forget
on
that. God
praying.
bless y'all. I said it again. God bless y'all. Shoot.
Whatever higher power you believe, bless them all. If you say
Amen.
you, hey, if you worship a dog, as I say, hey, that's on you. Cause ain't nobody got an answer to me. I respect all religions, all spirituality, everything. Peace,
Exactly.
everybody.
And we out.
We out. Bye.